Hello and welcome to this News9 special. Himachal Pradesh has been reeling under extreme weather conditions. More than 300 people have died due to the extreme weather. The state is facing a loss of almost 12,000 crore to its exchequer because of these unprecedented rains. The state is also seeing a collapse of its tourist economy. The Indian Meteorological Department, meanwhile, has issued a red alert predicting heavy to very heavy rainfalls in 6 districts of the state. Now, it is also being said that the rains are being closely monitored by the local administration to find out areas that are completely vulnerable to landslides and flash floods. The national highway between Mandi and Kulu has been severely impacted due to the heavy landslip near Pando, and relief camps have been set up along the stretch of Pando as well as Bajora. Now, these are the visuals of the area from where the collapse of the 7 buildings have been reported. We can see how the entire effect of that collapse is being seen, especially in Kullu. And we can also see that there is a complete kind of a situation that has emerged where it is being said that there seems to be no effort when it comes to guessing as to what could have been the reason. Huge concrete structures that have come crashing down in Kullu near Aanni bus stand. These visuals in fact show you the land slide that had affected, and we can see how the people are in fact looking at it. Well, we can see how landslides are being reported in other places as well. Just before that happened, we can see how the building keeps collapsing over here. We are seeing the kind of a situation where the buildings have been knocking down. First, it started with the pillars of these buildings crashing, and then 7 to 8 buildings come crashing down in Kullu. This happened at the Aanni bus stand, and these visuals in fact show the kind of the emergency situation that it is there. A portion of Kullu's town has been completely destroyed, and this is next to the bus stand, mind you. It is at an important location in Kullu town where this landslide had occurred. Thankfully enough, the area was considered vulnerable, the buildings were considered vulnerable, and people had been evacuated. Because of this, there was no loss of life, but it has in fact destroyed a great part of this town. Kullu, Manali, these are words that come to you, especially when you think about your holiday destinations. And this is exactly the kind of situation that we are in fact seeing on the ground on this. Let's in fact take a look at the drone shot that shows the aftermath of that particular landslide. This in fact gives you the complete picture of how much of the town of Kullu has been eroded, or rather destroyed, by that landslide. A huge section of buildings have come down. What we understand from our reports on the ground is this, that after the 8 buildings have come down, it is being considered that 40 of them have been rendered completely vulnerable. So there are buildings close by that have also taken the damages, and they have been rendered completely dangerous, and evacuations are also being carried on that front. Now, the kind of destruction that we are seeing in Himachal points out that it's going to be a huge blow for the state's exchequer. It is estimated that around already in this extreme weather kind of a situation and monsoons that the state has seen, around 12,000 crores is what the amount has been lost to the exchequer because of this destruction. This happened just at the Aanni bus stand, and you can see from the drone visual the entire impact of it. There are buildings close by that are also rendered to be very vulnerable, and you can see how this wanton destruction has happened. Many of them saying that it is a planned destruction because of the large projects that have been coming up, the construction activity that had been coming up in the area. Let's listen into what Jairam Thakur had to say on the issues that are happening in the place.
भारी बारिश के कारण जो नुकसान पूरे प्रदेश भर में हुआ है उसको देखते हुए मैं अपने क्षेत्र में भी आज यहाँ जहाँ नुकसान हुआ वहाँ का जायजा लेने के लिए आया हूँ। मैं अभी वर्तमान में यहाँ कुकड़ा नामक स्थान पर हूँ और यहाँ मेरे पीछे एक स्कूल था हमारा और उस स्कूल के 2 मंजिला भवन था, वो जमीन दोष हो गया, कुछ नहीं उसमें बचा है। इस पंचायत के अंतर्गत और हमारा जो इलाका किशौर का इलाका पड़ता है, कलनी का इलाका पड़ता है, कून का इलाका पड़ता है, खोड़ानाल का इलाका पड़ता है, सारे इलाके में कोई घर नहीं है जिस घर में दरारें नहीं आई है। अधिकांश घर अनसेफ हो गए, जहां रहने के लिए आने वाले समय में सुरक्षित आदमी महसूस नहीं कर सकता, कुछ तो रहने लायक ही नहीं रह गए, खुद ही तोड़ने पड़ेंगे। ये परिस्थिति इस प्रकार की जो हमारे सामने है, जिसके कारण बहुत सारे लोग जो है वो परेशान भी हैं और पिछले कल एक ही दिन में मेरे इस विधानसभा क्षेत्र के अंतर्गत 6 लोगों की दुखद मृत्यु भी बारिश के कारण दब करके हुई है।
Well, this is the kind of destruction that we see. Let's see that entire impact of that, visual that shows how those buildings came crashing down in Kulu's Himachal Pradesh. Kulu being the center of that holiday town, and this is the kind of destruction that we see. 8 buildings almost coming crashing down like a pack of cards. Let's listen in. Well, these are the different angles of that particular destruction that happened in Kulu that we have brought to you.